traffic, and it might be a while before they get that cleaned up. So if you're waiting again for somebody to get out of INL on the way on the road there heading towards Idaho Falls or towards Arco, it might be a while. Otherwise, windy weather with us here for tonight. Things are looking pretty gusty out there. We have winds into the 20s and 30s. We're under a wind advisory till 9 o'clock tonight, and we're getting winds right now 29 miles an hour in Idaho Falls, 22 for the wind speeds in Rexburg, and 23 in Pocatello. You have more wind with us here for tonight as a disturbance is swinging across Montana and northern Idaho with thunder showers coming in through a little bit of Gallatin County and Fremont County, coming out of Clark County there. In fact, there were severe thunderstorm warnings and watches issued earlier from Montana, but a lot of the watches have been lifted, at least out towards Bozeman, but they still have some severe weather tonight east and north of Billings, Montana. We're just on the tail end of this disturbance, which is why we're really not getting any moisture. We're just getting a lot of wind out of this thing as a low continues to swing off towards our north. High pressure will begin to build in here from the south. That really warms it up for the weekend with highs into the 90s this weekend, and the wind speeds into the teens here for tonight as we go into the Vipercast. We'll carry breezy conditions tonight, and then through tomorrow the winds are going to pick back up in the afternoon and evening hours. Those winds are getting into the teens and 20s with gusts approaching 30 as we head into Wednesday afternoon, and we'll have more wind with us here for Thursday. There's a couple disturbances swinging through on the jet stream, and that's why we're going to keep the wind with us. Dry conditions as we get into Wednesday. In fact, nothing showing up locally on Vipercast except for some breezy conditions and temperatures down a bit tomorrow. Then we pull in a couple thunderstorms for Thursday and Friday, especially for central Idaho and up towards West Yellowstone and Island Park, but that's not really all that unusual for this time of the year. So pretty typical to see thunderstorms in the mountains, but we're just going to keep it breezy and a little bit down with our temperatures for Wednesday. But by Friday and Saturday, high pressure building back in across the four corners. That will take us into highs well above the seasonal norms for this time of year, with highs getting into 90 this weekend. You'll see that in the 8-day forecast. But for tomorrow, we'll be in the 70s and 80s with highs around 76 in Lava Hot Springs, 81 for Preston, 82 in Malad, with highs around Jackson at 72, 74 for Driggs, 77 in Rexburg, and 77 in St. Anthony, 72 in Island Park. Temperatures in Salmon at 80, 79 in Chalice, 76 in Mackay, with highs in the Snake River Plain here at 79 in Idaho Falls, 81 in Blackfoot and Pocatello, 80 in Burley, and 78 in Rigby. Check out the 8-day forecast. We have temperatures here into the 80s for Thursday and Friday. We'll be into the low 90s for Saturday and Sunday. It's going to be a hot weekend ahead here with very little risk of thunderstorms locally, and it's going to be dry through much of next week as well, with temperatures trying to come back down to the normal range, which would be the mid to lower 80s for Monday and Tuesday. As we go to Pocatello, we'll see highs here at 81 for tomorrow, just shy of 90 for Thursday, and things really heating up with 94 and 93 this weekend in Pocatello and Chubbuck, with mainly sunny conditions this weekend and a few thunderstorms trying to get into our local mountains. Blackfoot 86 for Thursday, 89 on Friday, 92 for Saturday and Sunday, with the hot weather continuing. It's going to stay pretty toasty into next week as well. As we go to Rexburg, look for highs here at 82 for Thursday, 86 on Friday, the upper 80s on Sunday. We will be pretty toasty out for the entire weekend for Rexburg and St. Anthony as well. A few clouds for next week and temperatures trying to calm back down into the 70s and lower 80s. Salmon, we have highs around 84 for Thursday, 86 on Friday, 90 degrees on Saturday, and 89 degrees on Sunday, with the heat definitely with us even for the valleys of central Idaho. Even with the thunderstorm threat for Thursday and Friday, at this point we're just calling it a 20% chance, and even a few thunderstorms in for next week. Jackson, breezy conditions through Thursday. Winds dying down a little bit for Friday. Heat returning for even the mountain valleys with highs in the lower 80s Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. And temperatures cooling into the 70s for next week with a few thunderstorms to boot for Tuesday and Wednesday. Our John Adams GMC Spirit of Idaho comes to us from Chris in Blackfoot. And she took this picture and called it Mother Nature's